Alan, Amanda and Ryan, here is your fact. At an insurance seminar in 1988, godfather of soul James Brown got into trouble with the police when he A. drunkenly revealed he had scammed the insurance company he was performing for. B. pulled a shotgun on salesmen accusing them of using his private toilet. Or C. drove his Cadillac Eldorado through the projection screen.
The problem with this is that all of those could easily be true. Because James Brown was just, you know, a drug-gobbling, iron-throwing, pickup-driving idiot, wasn't he?
Pretty much.
But he was not a drunk.
Was he not?
Did not start drinking until very late in his career. Prior to his demise, obviously.
Could be C. I mean, there was an incident where he led police in a high-speed chase in his pickup truck, didn't he?
No, that was the basketball player. What was his name?
Are you talking about O.J. Simpson?
Thank you.
Football player.
He was a football player.
I was thinking Andrew Gay.
Well, you know, I mean, if you're going to correct me, then use a correct fact. I don't know.
No, you're correct. You're correct. There was that incident where Andrew Gaze led a police chase.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. He's such a wild child, Gazy.
He killed someone?
Yes.
Yeah. If you're playing at home, Amanda Pelman shagged Peter Andre and Andrew Gaze killed someone and then went on a rampage.
Yeah.
Cool.
After seeing the footage of Amanda and Peter on YouTube.
James Brown seems like one of those people who is so wild that I think he's done everything. So I reckon B, as a guess. I don't know. Because I heard that when he was played with his band, if one of the players was like one beat out or made one mistake, they would get fired instantly. Like so.
Were they allowed to use the toilet before they went?
I don't know what the rules were. However, I reckon there's a good chance that he would pull a shotgun if provoked. Who wouldn't?
And celebrities are pretty weird about their toilets too. I know there's quite a few that like demand that they have a new toilet installed backstage that no one is allowed to use, and they have to have like the seal.
George Michael.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I reckon it's definitely B. In fact, I know for a fact it's B because I've read his book.
Wow.
Well, you could have saved us half an hour.
Adam? Yep. We'll have C, thanks, Adam. Now, obviously, it's B, if you've read it in the book.
It is indeed B.
Oh, well
James.
done.
Yeah.
Who would have thought reading would pay off?
I lied. There is no book.
Really? Did you just make that bit up?
Yeah.
Wow, and it still worked. Fantastic work. What happened was James Brown pulled a shotgun on the salesman, accusing them of using his private bathroom. He then jumped in his truck and led police on a high-speed chase over 2 states and was finally stopped when police blasted the tyres of his bullet-ridden truck. He served 2 years in prison for his offences, and his mugshot looked like this. Yeah, and if you've just tuned in, you're probably thinking, gee, Macy Gray's let herself go. At the end of that round, the scores are... Miff, James, Mikey still on 1 point. Alan, Amanda, Ryan out in front, 9 points. Each team will hear short snippets of songs. You have to identify as many of those songs as you can. Alan, Amanda, Ryan, you're up first. Here are your songs.
I can't help it. Rain down on me. So that's what you get.
The last one was a record scratch. That's a definite.
The last one was Free Falling by Tom Petty.
Yep.
First one was Marlene Dietrich.
Yes. Song.
Oh.
Second one was Crowded House.
Fall at Your Feet.
Fall at Your Feet. Yeah.
Fall at Your Feet, Crowded House.
Third song was Can't Help Falling in Love.
Nope. Nope.
Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Nope.
No.
I'll give you one more guess and then I'll throw it over the other team.
Falling in Love Again was the Marlene Dietrich
That
song.
it certainly was.
Yes.
All right, the other guys, do you know what the other two were?
Why do fools fall in love?
Yes, it was, Miff. And
Never Gonna Fall in Love Again.
all right, let's have a listen back to them. Falling in Love Again, Marlene Dietrich. Alan's team got that. Fall at Your Feet, Crowded House, also to Alan's team. I'll Never Fall in Love, again, Bacharach, that was for Miff's team. Why Do Fools Fall in Love, also spotted by Miff's team. Free Fall and Tom Petty, 3 to Alan, 2 to Miff.
Oh, well. Miff is really good at this, guys.
Miff, James, Mikey, here are your song snippets.
don't you blow your top.
What was the first one?
That was hard.
Pretty Fly for a White Guy was the first one.
Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
Yes, What's What a Myth.
Flooded Bumblebee was the last one.
Wasn't last, but you got it in there. Well done.
Flooded Bumblebee was one of them.
Yep.
Cool down, Papa, don't you worry. Something
flooded with the flu flies flew. No. Learning to Fly.
Learning to Fly. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers was in there. Well spotted, Mikey.
Was it Straighten Up and Fly Right?
Straighten Up and Fly Right. Oh, now we're getting there. There's one in the middle. There was the second song.
Oh, Fly Like an Eagle.
What?
Fly Like an Eagle.
Yes, it was. Steve Miller Band. Fly Like an Eagle. All right, let's listen back just a second. Pretty Fly for a White Guy by The Offspring. Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller Band. Straighten Up and Fly Right, Nat King Cole. Fly to the Bumblebee. And Learning to Fly, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. 5 points out of 5. Hey, the song Fly to the Bumblebee, which appeared in there, there's a very famous version of it from the 60s by a guy called Jean-Jacques Perry, a French electronic artist who recorded live bees in nature and then edited them together to make Flight of the Bumblebee.
Fantastic.
And it sounds like this.
Fantastic. That's a bee playing the bongos too.
That was Flight of the Bumblebee played by bees. Tragically, Jean-Jacques Perry died 2 years later trying to record The Lion Sleeps Tonight. At the end of that round, the scores are, a bit of a catch-up. Miff, James, Mikey got up to 8 points, only 4 behind Alan, Amanda and Ryan on 12 points. One member of each team has to sing well-known songs using the words of an unrelated piece of text. Your teammates have to try and identify those songs. James will be singing first for Miff and Mikey, and you'll be taking your lyrics from The Field Guide to Extraterrestrials. Don't show your teammates, ladies and gentlemen. James Ash.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. The popular image of extraterrestrials is of short human-like beings with light bulb-shaped heads and almond-shaped black eyes and fragile bodies. They are said to have an obsession with human physiology and reproduction and siphoning off our sperm. And over from the human subjects inserting nasal tracking implants and showing off their weird hybrid babies. This image of the greys.
Yes.
Daydream Believer.
Daydream Believer by the Monkeys. Next song, please.
Through the transparent dome, the witnesses could see 2 small occupants.
Don't laugh.
When the dome opened, one figure floated down to the ground. It stood about 3.5 feet tall and had a kind of backpack that protruded behind its hairless head. Its oval face.
Sorry. I just want to check which song you're doing. Yeah.
Can we request Natalie?
I'm sorry. I just have to interrupt you for a minute. Natalie just rang and she wants to interview for a new
Sure.
player.
That bitch.
Oh, I always knew that.
James Ash thinks Natalie Bassingthwaite is a bitch.
It's like confessional tonight, it really is. All right. Its oval face was heavily pitted and creased. Its ears were large and high. Its eyes were small and round. And its mouth was slit-like. No nose was visible on the deeply scarred.
Is this burning an eternal flame?
Eternal Flame by the Bangles. Final song, please, James.
Okay. Kelly experienced a series of dreams about the encounter in which she saw the being leaning over her as if it was about to kiss her navel. The creature was tall, had a larger than normal head, long thin arms, a bulging abdomen and skin like grey. The creature was black.
Shout.
It's Shout by Tears for Fears, 3 points out of 3. Last bottom miss. Round of applause for James.